Alright, so what we're going to do is, there's a couple of, we found one flaw in the Apple pad, or the Apple case here. So you stick the iPad in the case. If you stick it in the case, you can't stick it in the dock. That's a problem. That's a pain in the butt, because this little back part is just a little bit too thick. This material is pretty thin, so we're going to modify that and make it work. So in order to do that, we're going to use this guy as a measuring device, and I'm going to stick a piece of cardboard in here so I don't damage anything I don't want to damage. Alright, so now I've got that in there, and I've only got to come up that high on that, and so I'm going to measure, give myself an approximate here. Now I want to know I'm right in the middle. So I am right in the middle now. Just double verify this here. Just eyeballing that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice down one side and slice down the other. And I'm going to leave myself a little bit of room, like 1/8 of an inch, I think. I'm cutting the side. You're not the first one to complain. And I'm going to do the other side. I almost went to the website, but I didn't know who she was. I forgot to look at her name. And I'll give myself a little bit of space, like a 1/16 of an inch on each side. Alright, so I've done that. And now I'm going to cut along the top here to modify that. Now I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to need. So I'm going to hold that down, and I may need to do this again. I'm just going to slice on the top, and I might need to cut through it. I don't want to cut too far. Okay, so I've got some cuts in there and I can see where they are, and I'm going to cut the rest of the way through. And like I said, I got my cardboard in there, so I don't have to worry about damaging anything else. Got that cut. And this cut. And then this cut. Alright, so now we go. We're peeling that back. Looks good. Okay. Okay, so we've got a nice peel back. Now we're going to have to cut some of the bottom off of this. So instead of, right now I think, instead of removing this whole thing, I'm going to remove only what I think I need to. And it looks to me as if I do have to, like the best thing to do would be to cut in here and cut in here. So since I don't want to do that first off, right off the bat, I'm going to trim it along the top, because this may be able to fold forward. As a matter of fact, before we do that, let's give it a test. See what it actually looks like in the dock, how it would work. So we probably need to cut off a little bit more up there. That's okay, but I need to cut off a little bit on the bottom. Stick this back in here so we don't damage anything we don't need to damage. And I'm going to cut. Oops, I better fold this part out of the way because I don't want to cut the front. That's for sure. I'll use a book here so I don't damage the table. And I'm going to cut, let's see, sure, I got to cut pretty much straight down through. So I'm going to do that. Do it on this side. Okay. And I'm just going to go right across the front.
There's no other real way to do it. And then we'll do it on this side. Okay, so we're almost there. This is basically like just a padded material. Okay, so that's not too bad.
So now the big question is, will it work? Let's go try it out. Let's just stop the video. Alright, so what we do, we got the iPad here. I'm going to stick this back in and do a test with the dock. So take this, stick it back in here. Now the thing is, this is a great case, but it doesn't slide in and out very easy. So you're going to leave it in there, you're going to leave it in there. You're going to not leave it in there, you're not going to leave it in there. So it goes back in well. That's good. I'm going to take this part, fold this around and in there. And it's tucked in nicely. Make sure you get it all tucked in. There you go. It's all tucked in good now. Alright, so it's closed. It still pretty much looks the same. A little bare area. It's no big deal. You can probably even make a flap to go over top of that. But here's the true test. Take this, we'll flip it around. And there you go. It's now docked. Now your iPad case works with your desk dock. Bingo. Razor, little piece. And if you do it wrong, you lost 29 bucks. Anyway, John Hubickey, Hubickey Media, hubimedia.com.